Good morning to each and everyone. So today I will discuss about pedagogical stylistics. So first we will define it. So what is pedagogical stylistics? So according to Carter 1996, it is a extensive and integrated study of literature and language which are often given as pre-literary and linguistic activities. So, to further understand its meaning, let's break down the meaning of pedagogical stylistics. So, pedagogical or pedagogy refers to the method of teaching of a language, while style refers to the manner of something is presented. Stylistics refers to the interpretation of a certain literary text. So in here, we are more focused on the language features such as rhetorical devices, figure of speech, and the image it drawn. We also criticize and analyze a certain literature to create a substantial analysis. So next we will discuss about the aspects of pedagogical stylistics. So in here, facilitators teaches students on how and what to look for and interpret stylistics in different dimensions of a text. So, for instance, the sense of a sentence or the general concept if it is expressed in a or it express denotation or connotation. So another thing is students are made learn how and what is said or the topic it entails and how the meaning are made by simply analyzing the structure of the text present in the literature. And students are taught to how what makes the language of a literature differs from our everyday language if applied or related to the topic. So next is the pedagogical stylistic approach. So the purpose of learning a language will make an interesting task to the students to work upon their own intuition, background knowledge, and experience. So let's talk about the style marker. So this is often used by the authors that it contribute to the effect of the work. So the said style markers may be recognized intuitively or with the help of the related critics and analysis or the previous studies, and identified various styles that markers have been used or utilized. So for instance, representing or using a symbolism to create an image. Another thing is reading between the lines or using your own experience or real life experience to create a depth interpretation. Next is the close reading procedure. In here, we utilize intensive and extensive reading in which students are able to infer more than one meaning, and it helps them to understand how to use the target language in everyday context. So it focuses on the individual words, the sequence of the words, rather than the stretches of the text. Do some lexical prediction during and after reading. Do some reasonable and supportable prediction to create a substantial analysis by presenting a research-based facts. So by utilizing this closed procedure, it will help students internalize the concept being presented in a certain literature and have a depth understanding. Another is summarizing strategies by restructure, deleting some least important details or words, then reshape their words to meet the word limit, which is 25 to 40 words. So in here, we focus on the rhetorical devices being presented that shape the narrative or the meaning itself in the literature. Compare and criticize summaries to the previous analysis and to support your ground. So according to T.S. Eliot, he advocates that the form of the text should be interpreted as the context itself. So this is possible if we pay more attention to the rhetorical devices or linguistic features such as the rhetorical devices, metrical patterns, punctuation, and parentheses, and other linguistic. Lastly, forum, debating and opposing viewpoints. So in here, facilitators mobilize discussion and debate, do a small group to discuss their stance, provide an example, and then utilize students' prior knowledge to create substantial viewpoints regarding the literature being discussed in the class. Jeff Hall, 2014, he cited in the book Routledge Handbook of Stylistics the importance of pedagogical stylistics. So pedagogical stylistics is a precise and articulated description and analysis of a language and communication itself, and it also acts as an empirical groundwork and framing for more advanced analysis and arguments. So thank you for listening. So that ends my presentation about pedagogical stylistics.